From a dusty railroad town into one of the most famous cities in the world, it's a story of how they built Las Vegas. It's all in a brand new book, Gambling on a Dream, the classic Vegas Strip from 1930 to 1955. Author Lynn Zook is here now with this fascinating story. We want to welcome her. And Lynn, of course, anybody who's been to Vegas recently, the hotels are so much bigger. Everything is so massive. But Las Vegas actually started as a small town, and 10 hotels made up Vegas.
And up to 1955, there were 10 hotels built. Most people tend to think that Benjamin Bugsy Siegel built the Flamingo, and that was the very first hotel. And that is a long-standing myth, but it's not true.
What was that first hotel?
The first hotel was the El Rancho Vegas. It was built by hotel man Tommy Hull. And he built that one, and then after that came the Hotel Last Frontier, and then Billy Wilkerson started building the Flamingo, and then Bugsy Siegel muscled his way in.
Of course, because he saw there was a chance to make money. Now, we're looking at some video right now of classic Las Vegas. You see there some of those classic shots. Can you tell us what people can find in your book? And it's a great book, only $4.99 on iTunes, so you get a whole lot, pictures and video, all sorts of things.
Basically, it is the history of each of the 10 original hotels from the El Rancho Vegas through the Dunes. And it, thanks to the Nevada State Museum and UNLV Special Collections, as well as a couple of collectors that I know and a photographer, it has a number of rarely seen or never before seen photos in it.
And were you sad when you saw the Riviera come down last week?
I'm always sad when one of the old grand ladies comes down. I know people like to celebrate and all of that, but I always get a little sad.
Yeah, it's the end of a chapter, right?
Yeah.
Can you show us a little bit about the book? We have your ebook right behind us here, so we'd like to show people what it looks like. And this is really fantastic. And you were saying these photos, some of them have never been seen before?
Yes. This is the Paradise Club. Back before, in the 1930s, this was a little nightclub that sat on Highway 91. And that was before it was the Las Vegas Strip, and long before it was America's Playground.
And look how simple it looks, right?
Yeah.
Tile roofs, very nice archways there.
It was owned by the Dietras, and Frank Dietra was an associate of Al Capone's. It was during Prohibition, so the still was out underneath the chicken coop in the back.
Now, does your book also touch upon the mafia myths from Las Vegas?
Yes, we talk about the mob. We talk a lot about Mo Dalitz and Meyer Lansky, and the whole idea that, you know, the town was, you know, a much better place when they were running it.
When you see the Vegas of today, everything is so opulent, so big, everything keeps getting bigger. Your thoughts on that?
I miss the Las Vegas that I grew up with, but the one thing I strive for in this book is to tell the story of the men who built those hotels, because without those hotels and without the entertainers that graced those stages in the 1950s and the 1960s, going to Las Vegas today would be a very different experience.
Indeed, of course, and now it's an economy for so many people depend on Las Vegas. All right, Lynn, we want to thank you so much. For more information about her book and how to get it, just go to kcal9.com, click Seen on TV. Thanks a lot.